If you've purchased one of our build your own at home kits, thank you so much. We're really, really excited about it. Thank you so much for supporting us. If you haven't, we're going to put a link in the comments below, which will take you to our website. You can either choose the Pick N Mix or the fully loaded at the moment, and there will be more flavours coming. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Build Your Own at Home. Today I'm going to be talking you through our Pick N Mix kit. So you're going to get various things in your pack. You're going to get your cake, like so. You're going to get your ganache in a piping bag, like so. You're going to get all your toppings, all your sweets, all your sprinkles, and you're going to get your cake board. So first thing, once you've received it, you're going to whack your cake in the freezer. We're going to decorate this frozen. It's going to help the ganache set. So keep that in the freezer until you're ready to decorate, okay? First things first, when you are ready to decorate, we are going to stick our cake to the cake board. And now you can use any sort of viscous spread. So I'm going to use a chocolate spread. I'm just going to put a little bit on the cake board like so. This is going to act as a glue and keep the cake in place as we're decorating. Once you've done that, grab your cake out of the freezer. We need to remove all the packaging, okay? Using a knife or a pair of scissors, being very careful. Remove the vacuum pack and dispose of. Pop that in the bin. What we're going to do, we're just going to place it on the board. You're just going to press it down firmly. Give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's nice and stuck to the board, like so. And your ganache is going to come in a piping bag like this. So you can either do two things. We're going to instruct you to remove it from the piping bag and place it in a microwavable bowl. With the Pick N Mix, we've got a white chocolate ganache here, okay? Once it's in the bowl, we're going to whack it in the microwave. We've got to be really careful not to burn the ganache. So we're going to do it in short bursts of 30 seconds. We want to warm the ganache through. We don't want it piping hot or boiling, because all that's going to do is affect our drizzle on the cake. The reason we are decorating the cake frozen is it's going to help the ganache set. So when the ganache is nice and runny, like so, we're going to start with our drizzle, and this is going to be our glue for all our toppings. We have to act fairly quickly because the cake will inevitably start melting at some point. So this is the technique you need, okay, for your drizzle. Spoon little small amounts onto the cake first, like so. You don't want to pour the whole thing on at once, because it's going to be hard to control. And all you're going to do is use the back of the spoon, like this, and just push it to the edge of the cake. Once you're at the edge of the cake, once it's near the edge of the cake like this, turn your spoon on its side, like this, and just ease it off, like so, yeah? And all you're going to do is just work your way around. If you haven't got a cake spinner, use a saucepan or a tin or something so you can just twist the cake around. Unfortunately, we won't be able to supply the cake spinner because they're a bit punchy. So yeah, work around in little portions and just ease it off the edge. Because the cake is frozen, it's going to help set the ganache so it doesn't all completely run off onto the board. And this is a random, so there's no set way of doing this. You can do longer ones, shorter ones, it really doesn't matter. Just using the edge of the spoon to push it off the edge, like so, yeah? Just work all your way around. White ganache is generally a little bit harder to work with. It's a bit runny, it doesn't set as quickly as the chocolate ganache. So a little tip, once you've done the drizzle, you want to whack it back in the fridge or freezer for about 10 minutes to set. So while your cake's in the fridge or freezer setting, we are going to do a little bit of prep. So with your toppings, you're going to get it in a little jiffy bag like this. Depending on what topping you've got, to be a different colour. Remove it from that, obviously. So we've got things like strawberry laces in here. We've got some, I don't know what these are called. What are these called? Bands, something like that. Bands, something like that. Rainbow strips. We've got all sorts, basically. All the best sweets going. But we're going to start with the classic drumstick. So what we're going to do, you've got a stick like so. You're going to chop it with a knife. Be careful again. Don't swing your knife around like me. At an angle to create a point. This is going to help us stick it in the cake. So you're going to get 4 or 5 of these in your little pack. Do that to all of them, making sure your fingers are out of the way. What we're going to do now is get 1 or 2 of your strawberry laces, and all you're going to do, you're going to twist them around your finger. So 2 together like that, and just twist. Twist, twist, twist. So you're going to create a little bundle of strawberry laces, like so, yeah? And you're just going to do 4 of those, yeah? So 2 strawberry laces, twist around your finger, and just doing a little bit of prep here, a little bit of prep. And again, fairly random, just get your little strawberry lace, it doesn't have to be perfect. Put your drumstick through the middle, like so. And using the point, that's going to stick into the cake, like that. Yeah? Do that again for you, so just make sure they're kind of like all together. Don't worry about it too much, it does not have to be perfect. And just place it in the cake, like so, pushing it down so it's nice and sturdy in there. As I mentioned before, we're going to start with the bigger things, so things like the jazzies. What we're going to do, we're going to start making sure they're nice and secure by pressing it down into that ganache. That ganache is the glue for our toppings. So again, just very random. This is a time to be creative. There's no set way. Just bang it in there. Like so. And if you've got additional toppings you want to add on, if you've got a favourite sweet at home or a chocolate biscuit, or you want to bang some fruit on there, do not hesitate. Next up, the strips. So what I do, I just give them a little roll up. Oh, roll them up like that, so they're like little cone shapes. See that? Like that. And all I do, using the ganache, just bang it in there. Creates a bit of height, creates a bit of texture, and then just randomly, so you can do one standing up like that, or you can just bang it on the side like that. Nice little cones, yeah? See that? And just place it on the cake randomly like that. So do all your ribbons first. You can change the height of them, like you can elongate them as well. So you've got different heights. What else have I got? I've got some red ones as well. These are nice. These are my favourite. Strawberry ones. Strawberry band. What are they called? Strawberry something?
Belts.
Strawberry belts. Thank you, Dan. Strawberry belts. Perfect. So yeah, work all the way around. I try and. So, have we got one? No. I try and work in sort of a ring. So we create a little structure around the cake. So as you can see, I've made a little mistake. Well, not made a mistake, because this is a demo. I've overheated the ganache a little bit, so it's a little bit thin around the edges. So this is a key point. Don't overheat your ganache. Because the cake's frozen, it will set it. But if the ganache is too warm or too hot, it's too thin. Especially for the white chocolate ganache. Like the normal chocolate ganache will set much easier. It's easier to work with. What else have I got? So I've got some flying saucers. Who remembers these? These boot. They're weird. It's like paper. And then you get that hit of sherbet. And you're like, ooh. So again, just trying to wedge everything in place so it doesn't fall over or fall off. No set way. Be creative. Bang it in there some. Right, that's enough of those. I've got some cherries. They boot. Not my favourite, to be fair, not my favourite, but a lot of people like them, so we're banging them in there. What else we got? Fried eggs. Classic. I always find that a bit of an odd one, you know? Who thought of making a fried egg sweet? Some cola bottles, one of my favourites. Again, just using that ganache to stick everything in place. Yeah? And obviously you're going to get a pack of Haribo Star Mix. These have got some bangers in it. Love Hearts, Rings, Gummy Bears, the lot. So that we're creating some lovely height now in that sort of ring. Nice bit of height, slotting it into all the little gaps, like so. And if you've got a spare few laces, I just kind of finish it off by just wrapping it around the drumsticks and banging it wherever, really. Make it fun. It's just fun, isn't it? It's just fun. It's just a fun cake. Now this can be used for a birthday cake or whenever you want, really, just as a bit of fun. But so it's a plain base. You've got a vanilla filling cheesecake topped with white chocolate ganache and all your sweets. We have got one more thing going on there. So you're going to get some sprinkles. And while the ganache is wet, just going to sprinkle it around the edge, like so, yeah. Gives it a bit of colour. As you can see, I'm making a mess, but don't worry about that. Mum and Dad will clear that up. So again, if there's any other toppings you want to add to that, now is the time. But once you are done, you can whack that back in the fridge if you're eating it today. If you're not eating it today, whack it in the freezer and it will keep for about a month, okay? So that is our Pick N Mix Build Your Own at Home. If you've, let's start that again actually. I want to see your creation. So, take a picture of your cake using the hashtag BYOAH. Tag us on Instagram. I want to see all your creations. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to have more flavours and topping packages coming up. And we will see you next time. Big up.